Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a quick one, I think. When I say quick one, who knows? But T-REV, he's a bit of a character. He sucks money off stupid people. I find him. T-REV to me is like a leech. He's a guy who makes terrible rap music no one wants to listen to, but he's got some sort of charisma that needy people want. I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. Anyway, T-REV was in a relationship in a way with a guy called Detective John. And when T-REV was milking it off the Idaho 4 case, making clips about Spirit Box, pretending he's talking to the deceased victims of the Idaho 4 and all that sort of stuff. Anything for views, sort of thing. And he had a girlfriend supporting him who was doing all the work and paying all the bills. It's disgusting. He's split from the mother of his two children, and he's behind on child support to 50 grand. I mean, he's just a disgusting character. Anyway, when he was sort of like on the way up or on his peak or something, he had a guy called Detective John on his show. And eventually they fell out, mainly over a woman called WSU Kim. I don't want to go into the details too much. You all know the story. If you don't know the story, you know about WSU Kim. She was a fraud. T-REV, of course, wanted to keep on milking her because she's a grifter. Detective John knew she was a fraud, wanted to call her out. They sort of fell out over it. Detective John called out WSU Kim, and T-REV went crook because he lost his cash cow. And then Detective John started his own channel, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Detective John, and I know he's unpopular, and I'll get a lot of hate for this, but I actually like the guy. I was on his panel a few times. I didn't approve of all of his behaviour, and I've told him so. However, I think he had a noble cause. He's moved on to better things now, and bless him for that. But he was on the T-REV show for a bit, and T-REV milked having a former cop on his show, milked it for all he could. And when the former cop called out WSU Kim, who was a troll and a fraud, then T-REV went crook and they fell out. And Detective John started his own channel for a bit, and now he's gone on to something far more sensible and better for him and his family. But I'm going to play a bit of the clip here now. This is the critical bit. Detective John had T-REV's ex-wife and two children on the show. Now, this is the wife that T-REV can't deny, but he's denying the children. And when you look at the children, you look at a picture of T-REV, there's no denying it. He's a scumbag. Now I'm trying to play this thing. Here we go. I'll take it back. So there you go. There's Sherry and that beautiful young lady there. And we'll take it back. I'm probably just going to do a few bit of pausing, a few comments, and then wind it up because it's late here. But here we go. Oh, and the freaking ad. Here we go. Not playing the ads on the TV, so okay.
We're back.
So there's the title, guys. We're going to have a look at Detective John's channel. Crime Analysis 101 with Detective John, exposing one of the worst types of criminals there is. And the title there is he's talking about a criminal who has children, denies them because he doesn't want to pay for them, because he's a fucking deadbeat scumbag dad. I can say that with total confidence because I'm not one of those things.
Everybody's ready for Christmas. We got some special guests tonight. And, when I started this show, there's all sorts of different types of crime. And just because it's not a crime of violence or a crime of, theft or burglary or car break, something like that, doesn't mean that there's not other types of crime. One of the worst types of crime, in my opinion, is a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat mom. Works two ways. Mostly it's the dads. But deadbeat dad.
Okay, so I don't want to go into this too much. I know there's people out there that don't like John because he's called out maybe a so-called creator that you think's okay, and he called them out because they're not okay, so you don't like him. Maybe you don't like him because he's too smart to be on YouTube and quit it a few months ago. Maybe you don't like him because he called out one of the channels you're on. I don't know, but whatever your problem is. And hey, look, I'm not a great fan of John's. I think he's a decent guy. I think he got dragged into the bullshit and acted out of character. And I'd say that to his face if I met him today. However, I do think he did some great stuff, and I think he's a really nice man. And what he's saying here is completely right. And what he did here was he had on T-REV's ex-wife and his two children that he hasn't supported for years and years and years and years. And she's having to do many jobs and do what she has to do to scrimp and survive, while he's making $18,000 a month, pretend he's on a spirit box talking to Kylie from the Idaho 4. So, put your heads together. I'm going to play a little bit more, then I'll play it forward.
I can't comprehend it. Can't wrap my head around it. It's just so not me that I can't put myself in anyone else's shoes. That's a deadbeat dad and justify it. Okay. We have children.
Deadbeat dad, that's T-REV 757, if anyone's not following.
And we're supposed to mentor our kids. We're supposed to develop them. We're supposed to love them. We're supposed to nurture them. And like I said, we're supposed to, most importantly, love them. And when kids don't have that, and they have a mom that struggles every day to put a roof over their heads, to make sure that she parents well, keeps the kids out of trouble. I know that's hard for a single mom, especially when you have little girls and little boys that are teenagers. You gotta keep balance and structure. You gotta juggle your life around your kids. You gotta pretty much give up your life if you want to.
Okay, I'm not going to go into this too much, but any person out there who's raised kids on their own without the support of a partner should get an idea what he's talking about. So he's talking about Sherry and the kids and how they had to grow up with T-REV 757 being the deadbeat dad who wouldn't acknowledge his kids, wouldn't pay anything towards them, too busy screwing other women and being a scumbag, trying to get a grift off somewhere to look after his own kids. I mean, look, I don't care if he's not interested in Sherry anymore. That's okay. But take responsibility, you fucking deadbeat scammer. And for some reason, 80% of YouTube true crime followers are women. So I'm going to blame the woman. For some reason, that scumbag T-REV, he's an ugly fucker as far as I'm concerned. If I was a woman, I wouldn't fuck him. That's for sure. He's ugly. He's ugly. But for some reason, he's got an on-screen charm that stupid women suck up to. There are people paying T-REV every month, $3 or $4 or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I never looked. They're paying him money every month to keep that fool going so he can go around ripping off different women and scamming them, and stupid women who have got no one else in their life and they see him on the screen every day and think he's attractive or something and fall in love with him. You're so stupid. How stupid are you? If you're a T-REV subscriber and you're a female, I have too much respect for females to say anything about you, but you're a subspecies of the females I know.
Get your kids right. You can't have any, freedom anymore.
We'll fast forward a bit.
And there comes a time and doesn't call them, doesn't send them cards, doesn't do anything. Yet he's Mr. King shit on YouTube. Last I heard, he was trying to get on, Netflix or something. It's comical. It's disgusting.
He's disgusting. T-REV is disgusting. I agree with that.
Anyone that is in this show tonight that has a subscription to T-REV, if you feel the way that I feel and the way that my mods feel and anybody else.
Okay, so this is John asking people who are watching. Of course, people who are watching, they're all supporters of his. So, or most of them, most of the people watching be supporters of John. So, they know T-REV's a scumbag. They can see it. They've got eyes. They got half a brain or more than half a brain. But the people that watch T-REV, they got less than half a brain, so they don't know. So he's sort of preaching to the morons of the T-REV crowd, trying to convert a few, and God bless him. But those people were very stupid. You could show them the sun, they'd say it was a cloudy day. I mean, you've got morons. People who are giving T-REV money are so stupid. If you're a T-REV sub and you're offended by me saying you're stupid and you want to help people, find a charity and donate to that once a month. Don't give money to T-REV. He's just going to use his money to travel from one woman to another that he can get a free ride off, or from one place to another you get a free ride off. If he can steal Seth's girlfriend on the way, he'll do it. He is a disgusting, dirty human being. What's wrong with you? Look at him. Look at him. Come on. Fuck's sake. We'll play a bit more of this shit.
I'm not telling you
how
to do any more compass. You basically didn't get to spend that night with her that you wanted to because he was selfish and wanted to leave and go party with the boys or do some rap or whatever he does.
Right, yeah.
There you go. It's another line. It's all bullshit about how fucking fucked up T-REV is.
This show, tell him that this man is getting an income and the state of New Jersey is supposed to provide this family with monies from that income based on the law. And they're dropping the ball. They're lazy. They're not doing their job. It's just sitting in a pile somewhere. Let's help this one mother and her kids. Because I'll tell you what, it's amazing what the mind can do when somebody has the tenacity to pick up the phone and make some phone calls.
Okay, so if anyone out there has a heart of stone, you would have just watched that and gone, oh, well, what the fuck? But I watched that and I saw that mum with the two kids. She's been fighting. She's been battling for years to get ahead. And she sees this clown T-REV. He's pulling in 18,000 a month, 10,000 a month, whatever it is, defaming the victims of murder, defaming the families of those victims, doing whatever he can, running a spirit box, whatever he can to make money, because he's a total grifter and loser and asshole. And this is his ex-missus, and he won't part with any money to look after those kids. And if you look at those kids, they're his kids. You got to be a fucking T-REV moron to say they're not his kids. You know, I mean, come on. Come on.
And ask for some supervisors. They deserve
Go forward a bit.
This family deserves it.
That family deserves it. Who's this girl? Let's see what's happening here. Fuck.
Purple Fall.
Wasn't that? It was.
Ibuprofen.
No. Ketamine.
Ketamine. Yes, ketamine. That's right.
Right, I might have gone past the important stuff here. Anyway, if you're here for just the T-REV stuff, if you're a T-REV subscriber or member, and I've been mean to you, I've been nasty, I've said rude things to you, I've said offensive things about you. I've called you a retard, I've called you low IQ, I've called you an old woman, I've called you lots of things. Whatever it is, I mean, whatever the problem is, stop giving him money. And if you stop giving him money and start giving money to something that will actually help someone, you're a better person. But if you're giving money to T-REV to continue his lifestyle as a grifter, then you're stupid. I won't apologize. I can't apologize. If you're stupid and I call you stupid, there's no point in me apologizing. There's no point in me saying I'm sorry. If you support T-REV, if you're a member, maybe you got a gift membership from one of his phony mates or something, or one of his fake accounts, and you've kept that going or something. Get rid of it. Stop it. Defund the grifter T-REV. He's a lowlife and disgusting person. Watch a little bit more. I got to go to bed soon.
That contributed to it.
I don't
do that and you get into a hot tub. What happens?
Let's have a look. Go forward a bit, eh? Still on.
And he's catapulted through the air. DNA.
Go back a bit because I want to show something here. Okay, this is an important bit.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was, but
I've sort of skimmed past a lot of this stuff, but the character on the right here is called Spirit Box Echo or something like that, and that's a troll on T-REV because T-REV runs a thing called the Spirit Box, which is basically a broken down radio that he pays $500 for. It's worth $5. And he thinks he's picking up dead voices or dead people's voices or something on it. I don't really know what he thinks he's picking up, but he knows what he's really picking up is money from stupid people who pay him. So if you're a stupid person giving T-REV money, if you haven't got the message yet, I'll give you a little repeat in a few minutes.
it's a whole different beast now.
Probably the most hated person in America. I mean, at one point,
still is.
Her dad actually came
shit
to Daytona.
Fucking go forward. Okay, folks, might have messed this up. I think this is over now.
There's like a void, if you will, on the carpet.
You know, I don't know who that is. She's a nice looking lady for her age. She's probably running a heavy filter on herself there because her face looks like a cartoon. But that's okay. It's an attractive cartoon. She's on Detective John, and he's kept her that long. She's probably saying good stuff. I don't know what's going on. The whole point of this was to get, so you guys get an idea. If you have a look here, all right, have a look here, guys. Exposing one of the worst types of criminals there is. And that's a guy called T-REV, who is an absolute Well, he's not a murderer. He's not a, oh, hang on, I've got to rephrase things. He's not a murderer. He's not a apist. He's not an apist with an R. He's just, maybe he is, I don't know. Maybe he's an R-apist, I don't know. But maybe he's a S-aist, I don't know. He's certainly a grifter, a guy who uses women. He's too weak to work a full day's work like a real man. He's too stupid to work in an office for a day. He can't keep a job. He's found a way to legally rip off people, and that's YouTube true crime, where he can go on for hours and people pay him money. Who knows? Maybe I'll go on for hours in the future and tell the truth and get paid money. I doubt that's going to happen. So anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you, everyone. Anyone who's listened on the replay, I'm still experimenting and learning. So God bless you and good night.